talk before the break is from Anna Lishnichenko. I had the pleasure of visiting Anna's clinic this week in Odessa in Ukraine. One of my jobs is to travel around and look at what work has been done in different countries in surrogacy and international work. I met with the doctors who work with Anna and their team, many of whom are here today. Anna's been working in this area for quite a number of years now, and she has a terrific program I've had a look at in Odessa. Also, she's going to talk to you a bit about how that program works and about how Ukraine surrogacy works in general. So, and thank you for coming. That's really good of you.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. I'm very happy that I made it to Berlin. So it wasn't quite a journey because I cannot fly because of my condition, but I did 2 days on train for you here. So what I wanted to begin is to introduce you a small part of our team here, because some of them are present here, some of them are working still in the clinic and in Ukraine to control our current surrogacy programs. Here you can see our doctor. That is actually one of the famous doctors in Ukraine, and he had a practice in Germany when only the IVF began. He was in the beginning of actually the IVF fertilization and so on. So here you can see Eugene, our coordinator for surrogate mothers and with logistics, our doctor Natalie that is present here. All we do together, like professionals that are gathered to make a quality programs for surrogacy in IVF in Ukraine. So it's actually filmed in the clinic that we're working, and I wanted to start with the legal requirements for parents that want to do surrogacy in Ukraine and egg donation actually in Ukraine. So first, what we ask for is the citizenship and marriage status, because you have to be married and be a heterosexual couple. In the law, they say man and a woman, so they don't say it's heterosexual or something like that. So they put this thing, and so it puts us in some legal requirements to be married and to be a certain gender. So maybe it will change in a few years or not, we don't know. So citizenship is really important because we check the couple if we're able to do legal documents for their baby in the future. So we look, sometimes it's mixed citizenships, sometimes it's one citizenship. So we look what road we can go, the legal road in the very beginning. So it doesn't look like we take the couple and then in the end we figure out what we do with them. So we check from the very beginning, even the smallest letter in the legal documentation. So the citizenship, marriage status, then it goes the medical visa. I will explain, because if the citizenship is not the one that we can handle, I mean some, such countries like, Egypt or something really difficult to handle, so we will just inform the couple that it's not possible with us. If we do the marriage status is confirmed, we go to the medical visa. So sometimes parents have no medical reason, they just have a wish to have surrogacy. But usually what we advise to do is to go for a screening to find out, maybe you just don't know about your condition. Maybe you have some condition that would put you into risk for pregnancy. But mostly, of course, we have couples that go many times through surrogacy, maybe through IVFs, stimulations, and they have no success. So by Ukrainian law, you have to have a somatic disease that will put you into a risk of pregnancy or your baby, into risk of health or life, or you have at least 4 embryo transfers that were not successful, ended with miscarriages or no result at all. So then you can have a surrogacy program, and there is no special form of the letter that is required. So the only thing is it must be original from any doctor that will confirm your diagnosis and put a a stamp or a signature that can be checked, like information of the doctor. That will be enough to do a surrogacy program in Ukraine. So the next, what I wanted to say about the egg donors, we have just started this topic in the previous talk, and I wanted to tell you how we test the donors for the program. Actually, this is this is really important. Yeah, thank you. There's a really important thing. I think the success begins here when you test the donor. When the donor goes through an ultrasound, all the necessary testing that are required by the Health Ministry of Ukraine, that in the result we will see that minimum we will have 10 eggs at least from the egg donor. Thank you. So the testing can take about 1 month, 1.5 months for one donor. The first stage is this ultrasound, which shows the ovarian reserve. The doctor can actually see if he can reach the eggs to retrieve the eggs, and usually if he says that something is a little bit wrong with the donor, maybe some difficulties to reach the eggs retrieved, we will not take the donor into the program, because not only because the result might come out not good, because the donor can be in a risk of some health issues afterwards, and maybe a life risk as well. So, donor databases. This is a very often question that I receive. Almost every email there is like a request to please give us a passport to your database so we can see the egg donors that you have. Yes, we actually have such a database, but this is egg donors that that have already donated, that confirm that they come back for a program, maybe. But sometimes it happens, because this is like live human beings, they can go abroad to some other countries to work, or they can change the decision. So this is not 100% profiles that are confirmed. If you choose a donor, that you will have the same profile. We have such a database, but what is actually better, we found out how we work with an egg donation. When the parents answer questions, very small questionnaire, about what egg donor they require, the hair color, the eye color, the height, education, something that they want to see, the candidate. And then we look at our current tested donors. So we have always coming donors going to testing. They're on some stage, like beginning of testing, in the middle, in the end. So, and we start to match the donors to the couple and present the profiles that actually are not fully confirmed medically, but they are in the program, they will not go anywhere. So they are connected to a profile, and they track if the donor is fully medically confirmed, they have this donor right away. So basically we don't want to put parents in such position when they choose a profile, they like the picture, they understand that they want this egg donor, and she will not be available. So most of our egg donors that we present are available. You just have to wait maybe 1 or 2 weeks to confirm it medically. So the egg donor legislation in Ukraine is pretty clear, it's anonymous, but it's not clear if we can show pictures or not. It's not clear in the legislation. So mostly agencies are showing pictures, but there is some problem. I would say this is a problem of, okay, I will just say as it is. So some agencies in Ukraine are just faking the egg donors. So they put some pictures from internet, making a huge database of it, and then you never know, you cannot track or trust if this is the same egg donor. So we're not a large agency, we're a very like boutique, close type small agency that is more concentrated on the quality and being 100% honest, because we care about our karma and so on. So what we do is we have a confirmation process of the egg donor that is real. Like when the couple can see that this is a real person coming to medical tests, going to the operation room and so on, we have a process of confirmation that when the parent has no thoughts that will be like, that we fake or something like that. So this is a very important thing, and how we do it, we are not opening it because this is our secret weapon. So legislation allows to donate for a woman when she's 18 years old, when she's like having already her own, can do own decisions from the legal part, from the legal point of view, and maximum I think it's 35, but for our programs we take 29, this is the maximum. And of course we are looking on the reserve of the eggs. What is possible, also we have such requests to have a more good-looking egg donors. Like we call it model-looking egg donors. They're actually not a models, not a that are working as models, but some features look like they're model egg donors. Of course, they request more compensation, and this is examples of our real egg donors that have already donated, and sometimes we present pictures of their babies as well, so you can like track what genetics is given to their babies. And mostly they're all have higher education, which is actually in Ukraine like a must. When you go out of school, you have to go to a college, university. They do everybody. So they're all like with higher education, and mostly of course housewives, because they have children, small children that sometimes they're just at home, or some like very interesting personalities, which we can tell about. For example, one of our egg donors is a border control officer. So, and also surrogates are really interesting. Sometimes they, they have some sports, serious achievements, like master of sport or something like that. So really interesting. Here I wanted to say that it's about that we're not large, but we want to keep quality over quantity and grow. If we decide to grow, we will grow slowly, because we want to gather proper people to do the programs. Because if we take too much, parents will probably lose the attention to every couple, which we value a lot. We like to give our full attention to couple coming to us for 2-3 days. We are totally in their case, like we are starting to live their lives for a few days, and then probably 1-2 couples a week is enough for us, and about 6 couples a month. So we are not into like growing into numbers, but the quality and reputation. Yeah. Here you can see that what is about the quality priority. Yes, so we try to keep less stress and faster. So you don't go into very long waiting that puts you into stress. And for example, for couples that are already aged and they have not much time, yes, they understand that, of course, and they want to feel that parenthood in their lives. So we understand that, and we want to make it as fast as possible for them. Actually, we are really close with our intended parents. That sometimes they even call at night, and if they want to talk, they have some thoughts, we're always there for them. It's not like, like Saturday, Sunday, we don't work, don't call to us. It's not like that. It's like our friends, actually. Yeah, keeping everything under control. I think every agency tries to do that, but we're like crazy about that. So every day we're in a control over every program. And the quality, of course, we're very interested in successful programs and satisfied clients. A little bit about our guarantee programs. It means that we guarantee a live birth, because some programs, they guarantee pregnancy at till 8 weeks, till 12 weeks. After that, you have to track what is agency is writing in the contract. What are your actions? Do you pay more or not? So in our case, usually you don't pay anything until you have a live birth of a baby. What I wanted to say is about the success rate. This is a really popular question, and Sam also mentioned today the success rate. And in Ukraine, there is no database of such success rate, and you have to believe the clinics. But the success rate can be considered from different points of view, from different angles, actually. The success rate of a single clinic for pregnancy, for live birth, and the success rate of an agency, actually, because the agency is selecting the surrogates for the program, the egg donors. It's really important how they track the programs. If they track badly, there will be more miscarriages. If they track better, they have more success rate. So it depends. And success rate is a complex of different features. It's a very, nothing is less important. Everything is important, like the doctor, the surrogate, the embryos, quality. The embryology unit is underestimated a lot. So the embryologist and the laboratory, the liquids that they use, everything is really important here as well. So, the birth certificate and the legal part. Actually, Ukraine is so easy with that. To receive a birth certificate, you just need to give your marriage certificate, your passports, and the legal documents for maternity house, the surrogate's passport, the genetic link from the, written genetic link from the fertility clinic that they use the material of the parents, and that's it. You receive the birth certificate, you are parents in the birth certificate. No surrogacy program is mentioned. It's actually a standard birth certificate of every baby that is born in Ukraine from surrogacy or just simply pregnant woman. This birth certificate has to be recognized in every country. It is apostillized or goes through legalization. For example, for Canada it's legalization, for Germany it's apostillization. And for German citizens, actually, this is a process through a genetic link. So, for a German father, where a surrogate has to be never married, single is better, and the baby receives the German citizenship and the passport. Of course, the mother has to go through adoption process, but we have no problems bringing babies legally to Germany with a passport. And for every country, like United States and UK and different, I would say with European countries there is no problems. Canada, United States, Australia, it's really easy to go through a legal process, but the important thing you have to know is just how you have to collect the documents to present a case. It must be very good case for every country, and it's guaranteed that you stay in Ukraine for a very short period. From A to Z support, it means that why we call us coordination center, because sometimes agency in Ukraine, I'm talking about Ukraine, is considered like the group of people that taking money and just bring you to a clinic and do nothing more, you know, like a intermediate and agent that is here, come here, you know, and do nothing. But this, the coordination center is a place when we control every step. From the moment we start communication for the request till the moment the baby is taking the plane with the parents. So even for some countries, even after the baby is going home, there is some more documentation required. So we never leave our couples alone without the legal support or something. So they can even, in 1 year, they can apply for our help. What it means express legal access? It means that we cooperate with international lawyers as well that know some better ways in a way that it's quicker to, for example, 4 months in one place and 1 month in our place. So it's a big difference because people have businesses, people have relatives that need some care and so on. So it's really important for some couples to just stay minimum time. And it's actually included into the process. So you don't have to pay extra for extra exit, just have it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Anna, that's great.